Hello, my name is Seif Abdelrahman, and I thought the world was fair. At least, that was until I visited Kenya and Thailand. Some of the time that I was in these two places, I saw nothing wrong with my surroundings. Yet, at other times, I saw the conditions that the poor must live in, and what they had to do just so they can feed their families on a daily basis. I also noticed that despite the spectacular sights, breathtaking forests, and the revenue generated by millions of tourists visiting every year, the benefits do not filter down to those most in need. Another thing that I have noticed is that around the world in developed countries, people take more than they need of everything. There really is no need for one person to take a double portion of food, and yet we are all guilty of this at times. Take a Friday feast at the Burj Al Arab for an example. A truckload of food is thrown out by the end of Friday night. This means that a lot of food that is still edible is thrown out and not eaten, while people are dying, actually dying for the want of food. Try measuring the amount of food your family wastes in 1 week. Then multiply that by a few million to represent the number of families around the UAE. Just how much food are we wasting while people die? Around 20 countries around the world are in desperate need of help. About 1/8 of the world is in the situation where the availability of food and water is low. Individuals and charities help these people in need, sometimes by delivering aid, making shelters, and installing pumps that deliver clean water. But existing provision is not enough. Approximately 20,000 people die each day as a result of poverty. Many of them are infants. They die due to the lack of food, water, and illnesses produced by the hazardous environments that these people must endure. Everyone has a wish or two, and here are my two. My first wish is to become a neurosurgeon, and my second wish is to see the humans of Earth truly become equal in rights and opportunities. But there is one hurdle in our way to save millions of lives now and in years to come. That hurdle is a lack of meaningful global awareness about the plight of the world's poor. How do we tell friends, family, and even strangers about this? Well, for the first time in history, we have the means at our disposal to raise global awareness about the big issues facing humanity. That is we, not governments, policymakers, or even the most powerful of corporations, but you and I. Social networks are empowering the masses, and we can use this as a force for good, as a force for positive change. And for the first time in history, mass populations have access to social networks such as Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. We have all heard about the Kony campaign. Only 3 weeks after the Kony video was uploaded to YouTube, it had 86 million views. 86 million people made aware overnight of something most had previously known nothing about. Whatever the criticisms of those behind the Kony campaign, there's no doubt that we now have the tools to raise awareness around the world, whatever our message may be. People around the world must unite to solve the world's poverty problem. We need to take individual responsibility to make a collective difference. And by social networking, we now have the tools to make this happen. We kids are always being told that we have a responsibility to use the internet and social media, well, responsibly. But I would go further than that. I would say that all of us, children and adults alike, actually have a duty to use these tools as a force for good, not just for chatting idly with our friends. World cooperation is a must. We must work together whilst also taking individual responsibility. And in doing so, we can teach everyone a lesson about how important every human life is, so that we preserve this precious gift wherever we see its blessing. I thought the world was fair. Now I know it's not. But I also know that you and I can change that. Moreover, we have a duty to do so. Thank you.